I need to mute the mic. How will people know that I'm actually here? I would put music up, but I'm afraid of getting the video muted, so I just don't bother with it. I know. I see you guys. Hi, Wild Coder. Good to see a Jackbox guy here. Alright, Wild Coder. This tunnel is a game of mine from last year. I made a few games. Hypertiles is the name. So if you want to see it animated, you can go right there. Alright. Also, another reason why I let my mic stay on is I want to make sure that I remember to turn it on, because I might forget. Right. Hi guys, I forgot to change the title, so let's get this going. Alright, hi, my name is Alex Swan. I'm a developer. I'm currently a web developer for NBC Universal. Today I'm going to have some fun and hack Jackbox Games' Quiplash. I have done a little bit of coding. Let's see. I've looked into this. Here's what I found. Now what you do is when you download from Steam, you can check out the local files like this. Now there's just an app right here. You can show the package contents. I'm showing my Mac screen right now just for the sake of comfortability. And I'm going to be making a Python script. So you check out the contents and the resources. Here's questions here. So there's a manifest. These manifest and question.jet look like this. So that one looks pretty easy. This one is a collection of all of the answers. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to remake this one, but there's a question folder like this. So since I'm messing stuff up, I'm going to make a copy of this. That's going to take a little while. Yeah, Wildcoder. The Hypertiles music, all the music was made by my friend Robbie. He does really well. Hypertiles is unique that the music plays only as fast as you tap. So it's kind of like piano tiles or Don't Touch the White Tile, whichever one you're used to hearing. But yeah, it's just like that. The music only plays as fast as you go. So you have to get pretty skilled to get it going. Let's see. This one might be a little bit stuck. Well, I'll continue explaining what I'm going to do. Alright, so there's different ways you can do it, and I'm going to use Python. I use a lot of code in different ways, so I'm probably going to have to look up how to do the basics of all of this anyway. So you'll watch me do a lot of Googling today. What does that say? Yes, I want to save it. What's happening? It closed for some reason. This one's having a hard time. I'll do this by code. Let's see. First, I need to make my way there. I've been there before. Change directory to... Weird. Let's copy it. Change directory to that. Okay, so what we're seeing here is in the content folder. Let's move this up a little so you guys can see. Oh yeah, you're saying the file that's all of them together is the anti-hacking sentinel. We'll see how it lasts. Let's see. We want to make a directory backup question. We want to copy recursively question.everything to backup question. Okay, we've got it all. So that's how that looks. open, no, let's go back one, and open that in Sublime. Alright, let's also open my script, which is called Make Quips. It's like that. Hopefully it won't go away again. Okay, so let's write the things I want to do. I have this here. This is a list of all the Cards Against Humanity black cards that I've got. I'm going to have to do a few things to change that around, but the way it is, it's probably just fine. And I think I've already removed all the double. Nope, I guess not. Okay, there's still doubles in there, so that's good. So I'm going to try to get each one of these lines to replace one of the question things here. I'll show you what it looks like here. Each of the questions, there's 250 folders. Each of them has a number, and each of them looks like this. I'm not exactly sure what format this is, but it's very similar to JSON. Since this is a hack and I'm doing this in about an hour, I'm going to probably just make a string and replace the parts that I want out of this. The folders each have an MP3 file with the name of it. I don't know if you guys will hear this. And a joke answer if it has it.
Well, Tarzan, Jane is a very lucky lady.
Like that. And then the here has a has joke audio, which is set to true, and if it has the keywords of Tarzan, like that, and then it's got the file name of the response audio like that. So that's how it's set up. It's pretty easy to follow. So I'm going to change as little as possible. I will keep these question numbers, which seem arbitrary to me, but might as well. There's also in the content, let's see, in content in this manifest, it has a pack like this. I've already tried doing this sort of thing just to see if I could flush out the DLC button, but as far as I could tell, it did nothing. So I'll just leave that as it is. Alright, so this is how it seems. Got that there. Okay, what I want to do is I want the Python. I'll run the script on this side. Let's see, on this tab. I'm going to want to do Python make quips. I want the not that one. I want the folder of the questions that I want to replace. And I want the quips I want to replace it with. Like so. Alright. Resources. Let's make this more specific. We want resources, content, question. Okay. Alright. That's the one we want to do. Here's what the script is going to look like. We want it to, for each folder inside questions path, I have to decide which way I want to set up my variables. camel case seems fine. Or is it more Python to do that? I think that. Alright, cool. Let's see. For each folder inside the questions path, we need to also import the new quips file. For each folder inside it, we want to take the string. Let's see if we variable naming, yes, it is the very most important. I think I like that way the best. Okay, we need to take the string of the folder, because there's a little bit of a pattern here. So what we can do is we get that number. I eventually want to replace the MP3 files too. I've got a tab open to learn how to do that. Open the... Should I just do a find and replace? I think I will. Read the... Now for the manifest, not the manifest, the question.jet file, let's see if I can get away with this. If I open up one of these suckers, copy it completely. We don't need that, we need this. Is it able to find it? It does not find it. Okay. Couldn't find that one. Let's see if we can find... Interesting. So what I'm seeing is the... Let's see if we can 157.877. There, it does have an ID. Okay, so here's what I found. There's an episode ID. I'm going to have to look at this much more in depth. But okay, so this is what it has for this particular ID. I don't even think this one has an ID. Yeah, there's no ID, but that is pointing to the folder that I'm trying to find with a prompt for that. Like so. And the ID is all just the folder name. So it looks like I will have to update the question.jet file, but that's not too difficult because it looks like it is done by a script, so that's not going to be a problem. I can use regular expressions to replace everything that I change to replace the questions.jet, so I'm just going to have to add that to the list. Import the question.jet file. Why don't I make a copy of that just so I can get back to the usual. I don't know why it puts it in weird places. I want it to be in here. Let's rename it and then I guess when I tried doing the duplicate, that jet file wasn't there. So maybe why don't I just, for the sake of, if it just happens to have the ability to check that out, I'll say that. Okay, so now we've got to back up that one. It's coming along. Take the string and the folder name. Take a line from, let's see, did we, new quips. It's not even, it's not quips, it's new prompts. Prompts. replace that line quip in the question.jet file. Place, let's see. For the sake of time, we should probably try what we're going to do just by replacing the prompt text. We can keep just about everything else. So we can just do a text replacement right now. Let's see, that looks like that. Let's see. Save the jet file once we change it all. Okay, so I think that that is enough for a proof of concept. Now each of these can be separate functions, and that would be good coding, and that just might be what's going to happen. Let's see, let's turn this up just a little so I'm not bumping up on the top. Okay. I already changed this. Let's see what else I can find. I can find a content thing. There's an episode thing, which also is just a number, which is pretty weird. Unless you're saving this along with your You Don't Know Jack episodes. That would be kind of funny. Alright. So I think that that's looking good. We're going to have to do a few file loads. So here we go. Let's see. All right. Don't judge me. Here we go. Python, open file. I just have so much programming experience in so many different languages that it's always different. So I just check it out. I have to look it up every time. Did I tell it? Okay, it did. It looks like this. File new prompts. What do we want it to look like? We want this to be arg. How did we set this up? It looks like this. We want the new prompts to be args sys.arg v2. We open it for reading because we're just going to get it all read. Can we read it? I want to read. So look, this is, okay, whatever. I don't have to say that, I guess. It reads, this is right. let's name it file for the sake of. Let's do read line. Let's try that, I suppose. Read file line. Let's try this. Yes, that's much better. Okay, let's do what that says. With read open sys.arg argv2 as f content new prompts is equal to f.readlines. And we can strip the new lines because that sounds like a good idea too. I renamed it to new prompts for x in new prompts. Okay, so we've got that going. We can put this in main too. New prompts is equal to get new prompts sys.arg v2, like so. Def get new prompts path, like so. Path, like so. And, oh, like this. That was looking weird for a second. Oh, this is all indented now. New prompts. Oh, I need to give it that. Okay. Now we've got some new prompts. All right. Let's see, I can make this a little bit easier for you guys to read. Like so. And this is a line just for debugging. This is going to be numbers. Oh, that's each of the lines. Print new line. See? They're all individual-like. Okay? Alright, so now we've got all the new prompts. Now what we want is all the new folders. We need to get the question.jet, and we need to get all the new folders too. Def get question jet. I don't know what that is. Path, like so. Now this one we want to be just one long read, since we're just going to use regular expressions to find exactly what we're going to change. Open Okay. Let's check this. Python read entire file. Stack Overflow, you're a winner. It's back with us with open file path as f. We're doing this again. Question file is equal to f.read, just like so. Return question file, and I need to fix that typo. Question jet is equal to get question jet sys.arg v1. Let's see, what path are we handing it? This is what it looks like. Content is here, question is here. Okay, so we're not going to make this quite. Okay, let's do this. We need to name them the same thing. So it looks like that. Content, resources, content, question. So instead of doing that, we point it to that path, and then we tell it that is the name of what we want to change, since that matches the folder and the jet. There. Okay. That means this has become number 3. This has become number 2. No, it's become number 1. We want the path. We want it to look like this. String that name. Then we need to get the question jet. We need the path. We need this sys.argv2. We want that to look like file path name, and that is in quotes, like so. As a directory. Okay, because we need to get the jet file right here. No arguments, 4 arguments. That's right. We get that. We get all that. And for the sake of seeing it, there it is. Okay. So now we got the question jet. Now we've got the question folder. We've got all that. Okay. We've got the data input. We're going to need another one of these. We need the file path and the ID. Something like that, I think. And it's going to look a lot like this. So we might be able to use that same one, but I think that it'll work like that. How are we doing? 30 minutes? I can probably do that. All right. Now we need to make this one. And we're getting the question jet, we're getting the data jet, we're getting the new prompts. Now we need to save question jet, which looks a lot like the same one, name, but we have output. Like so. Is this going to say how to write a file? Nope. Python write file. Okay. Open. Open this. I'm writing it. Open. Just to write. Let's make it like so. F.write output. F.close. That should do it. This is just complaining because it's got only one between that. I don't like that. Let's make that that. Just a second to see who we have in chat here. Drunk devs, nice. All right. Ah, you said howdy. Howdy, drunk devs. I read this a lot more, but I'm really just reading the bottom of it. Okay. So now I've got a save a question jet, like so. We're getting all those. Now, the problem is, I think that, let's open that. Let's open the black cards file, just for the sake of, okay. So, desktop, B cards. All right, this is what it looks like. I've got 181 of them. I'd like 250 because that's how many are in the question one. I read it before. I'm not. How do we do this? I can show it like this. ls content question, like so. Pipe that into word count. Oh, 750. Okay. So there's 750 prompts. I would really like to just have 750 so that I don't have to do anything screwy with the numbers. So I'm going to let duplicates happen, like so. All right. Now the black cards file is 750. Might get duplicates, but that's what we're going to have to deal with because this is a hack. Alright, so we've got 750 prompts, we have 750 black cards. Now we have to ask Google. Python list folders in directory. That's what we want to do. This. This one. Import OS. Let's see it better. OS.walk. Like so. Okay. for root dirs files in OSWalk. I need to fashion this again, like so. String, this sys.arg v1 sys.arg v hi kitty 2, like so. Now we have all those. Print files. Run that just to watch it run. Like so. Now we have the data jet. Now we have the MP3 file for all of them. And we can see just how many have joke audios, the ones with 2 on it, which is less than I thought. It's because I was checking out the first half here. See how there's lots over this way. Hey kitty. Wanna be famous? Here's the kitty. Let's see. Alright, here we go. I made something special for you. You ready? Go. There you go. There. You like it, huh? Yeah. Let's see. Just a little. That's great. You got me. Alright, that's worthwhile. Worthwhile break. Okay, here we go. We've got all of that, so we can yep, get it in a green screen box. Looking good. He's just so content. It's great. I need to remember what I was doing. Alright, so we've got all the files here. Let's see what the root looks like. Okay, so we've got the path. Great. I need to get an ID number out of it. This is what it all looks like. I need to take the folder name and make that the question ID. But it looks like I can just get the. Here's a few. Here's what I can do. I know that the jet is equal to this root just like this. I'm sure there's a combine that I'm forgetting, but we need print. Oh, we need root. Looks like this. So that was a really roundabout way of doing that. That doesn't need that. Okay, so I know the data jet path is right there. And what we need to do is modify the data jet so that the prompt text is what I have in the new one. Okay. Okay, so this is doing the files here, but it doesn't have an index. And I really would want an index. That would be super helpful. This is going a little slower, but alright, so how's this looking? Let's follow this. Take the string of the folder name. That is root. We need an ID. We need to get the ID out of that. Let's check this. All of these are 5-digit folders. So let's prompt ID is equal to root. Let's run a Python shell just to test things. Okay, string is -5. That's the last 5. That's the first 5. -5. -5. There. So I want that. Root -5 semicolon. There, that gets the ID because they're always 5 digits. So here's what we need to do. We need to replace the prompt text in the datajet file. Come on, I just want to go. We need to place the, what is it called in the jet? ID prompt. Prompt in the question jet string. Okay, so that's good. That means we need to remember to save the question jet, which means it's going to look like this. So we're going to use question jet, like so. Save, because we made that file already, that function. Okay. Looking good? Just kidding. He likes staying close enough to me, but yeah. Cool. Alright, so those are the 2 things I need to do. Is that all I need to do? All that I've decided? And Python list pop. Will popping do it? I think that I can pop. Pop. Remove an item and return it, like that. That's the easiest way. I just pop one of them off. New prompts dot pop. Prompt is equal to new prompts pop. Okay, now we have a string. We want to, let's do inside function, just because it'll make it place data prompt path prompt, just like that. And we want def replace let's just do it in one function. Why not? Right? Name, ID, prompt. That should be enough. No, we don't need to replace the question jet here. Do we get data jet? Okay, so we want to get data jet file path it's always data. Which maybe I can just get that anyway. Here, I'll type in the name. Cat's name is Key. Cat's That's Key. All right, so we don't need get the data jet. Let's just put that out of the way. No question file. We've got the question file, so now we need to do regular expression to make the question file, to replace the question file. And that's not too bad. Let's do this. Okay, so here's the test data. We want it to find prompt text. We want it to find that, but we want to find all this stuff before it. Stuff, and then that. We want to find stuff that is not quotes. Everything that's not quotes, there. And then we group it by this stuff. It missed. There. So we get all that stuff that's in there, and then we can replace it like so. Yep, okay. I am a big fan of regular expressions, but I know that it's a little different in every language, so I'm just going to, yeah. Okay, so this might be, let's try Python regex replace group. That looks like what I need. Let's have a look. Okay. Result is equal to regular expressions sub r that. But I need to wrap it in that. Replace. Not exactly sure, so let's do some testing. One. Replace that with we need a new prompt. Oh, prompt. Like so. Print result. Don't need to pass anymore. Probably won't like it. Let's see what happens. Pop from an empty list because there were not enough. Looks like there's more than 750. Or maybe let's check the file again. Let's just go like that, see what happens. Oh, did I forgot to tell it to replace the data prompt. Now we need to give it the root, and we need to give it the new prompt, like so. That should do it. Alright, it didn't like that. No such file or directory. Question, okay. What does root look like? Oh, it doesn't show those yet. Let's print those and then do that, just so I can see what it's mad at. No such file directory. The question's not supposed to be there. What is going on here? Question. It prints. What is it printing? Printing the root. argv1, argv2. Let's get rid of these. Let's print data jet path. Oh, is that what the problem is? So not data jet path. I think it might be looking at the wrong path too. Oh. Yeah, let's doubling my work. Okay. 4 arguments. Argument list looks like that. Content question data jet. That's the problem, is it's not looking at the right spot. 1, 2, it walks that. But it was doing it before, right? I think it was. That just splits it up. So look, it's going through. It's going through the one before rather than the... Why is it changed behavior? That's so strange. Oh, hour's coming up. The anti-hacking sentinel messing up my Python. Great. Okay, so did I get the ID somewhere? Should be that. So okay, so it's getting close. It's almost there. I'm just... Let's just do this then. For dir in dirs, then everything gets done. Jet path is equal to root and then dir. Like so. Let's see if I can do anything else with root. We don't need this anymore because the prompt ID is actually just the directory name. That's it's called prompter, even though these guys call it questions. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's import regular expressions. Okay, so that's doing stuff. I'm not actually writing it, am I? Okay. It looks like it is printing, but it's not saving, and that is just fine. We can print. Let's get rid of this. This will actually give us information. Yep, looks good, looks good. Okay, so the regular expressions substitute is a little bit different than I'm expecting. So, see, I have the result, but what I want is the entire data jet to be on there. So that's what I need to do there. Oh, bye, kitty. Let's reset this. Hello again, drunk devs. All right. It's really close. I think I'll give myself an extra 30 minutes, just because It's going to be fun. All right, so what we need to do is we need to get this thing going. I need a better group. Let's look for things like this. Maybe I can understand what this guy's saying more. The replacement string can be filled with so-called back references, \group number, okay, which were replaced with what was matched by the groups. Okay, so does that mean I need to group everything that is not the prompt? Group 1, group 2, let's just see what happens when I put that in. It's not it. Let's look at sub. Okay, pattern, replace string. Return the string obtained by replacing. Let's REPL. REPL can be a string or a function. If it is a string, any backslash escapes in it are processed. That is, new line is converted to a new line, blah, blah, blah. Back references are replaced with the substring matched by group 6 in the pattern. Okay, so what it needs to look like is the beginning, and we want string. What is string? Okay. String is what it's running the function on, right? Okay, so we want string prompt to look like that. We want question file to look like that. There we go. This does not like double quotes, so I'm going to make sure there are no double quotes. I now have accurate, or I have the question data looking like I want it to. Open file path. F is equal to open file path for writing. F.write. New prompt. Data for the sake of new prompt data. F.close. Do we want the question jet changed there? Probably not, because we don't have the question jet string. We want it here. We want it here. Update the question jet here. All right. We want it to look like, let's try another regular expression, like so. I want it to look like this. This is what we're looking for, except for instead of this, we want anything that's not double quotes. And we want the ID to be the ID. We want to group everything that's not that, so we can put it back. Like so. Oh, it's got to go like that. We format in our prompt. The prompt ID is just the dir. Prompt dir, like so. So that's the beginning. And secondly, we want a regular expression 1. New stuff. Actually, we can keep the ID. We can keep the ID exactly how it is. 2, old stuff. We get the new prompt. And the string we do this on is questionjet. Okay, and at the end of it, we save the questionjet, and it's good. So this is saving, this is writing, we just have to run the file. We need to what is it said about invalid syntax? Save questionjet. Save questionjet. Invalid syntax, column 62. Right. There we go. What is it said about? Did I not finish this up properly? That should do it. A number, not a string. Just make it a string. Unbalanced parentheses. Line 75, eh? That parenthesis is matched with that parenthesis. These are inside, these are inside. How's this looking? What's going on here? Why is this? Oh, unbalanced parentheses, because there's that parentheses, and there's that parentheses. There we go. It's writing them all. All right, let's see what it looks like. All right, we've got this right here. Okay, here's what questionjet looks like. Is it backwards? Let's check the question. Reloaded, of course. That looks like wizard. See right there. So we've got the data jet going. This is Chrome Remote Desktop. I am more comfortable doing programming on a Mac, and my PC is my streaming machine, so I have, for the sake of this particular project, put the screen onto my PC. And it also helps out with all of this stuff. Okay. This one did not work because it's got that weird blank thing. That is not what I'm looking for. The question jet was not saved. At least not where I expect it to be. Print question jet. Oh, I didn't actually assign it. Okay, like that. There was something that was printing at every line, so let's get rid of that because that will make it run a lot faster. Done. Done? Done. All right, it's changed. Yeah, it's a remote desktop. I have my laptop just right here. So I'm commanding all of them. All right, I have saved all of this stuff. It took a lot longer than I expected, 15 minutes over. But let's run the game and see what happens. You can join in if you'd like. It's not going to be an entire game, just so you know. Don't get your hopes up. We're just going to see if it works. And I don't even think you guys have sound, so. Yep, still no DLC. Alright, room code is PXIB. You need at least 3 people, I think? Maybe it's 4. Oh, you do have sound. That's good. Are you sure it's not just coming off of my microphone? Because I hear it. That's a weird sound. Hey, you've got an extra person. Great. All right, let's give it a shot. I might have killed it. Hey, Wild Coder, what's happening? What's the deal? It's not happy. Huh, interesting. I wonder what is making it die. Oh no, not Amiga. Well, maybe you could help me understand what's happening here. Is this what Quiplash is supposed to do when it finds that the question jet is changed? Or is it something that I did that made it not parse properly? Let's change our black cards a little bit. Instead of this, let's use regular expressions. This. Oh, I need to turn on regular expressions. Instead of that, we want blank. Oh, okay, that was wrong. I want one or more. Let's run this and see what happens. Double check the backup. Yep, that's what that looks like. Okay. Now, okay, so it's got Unicode conversion. I haven't done that yet. Python, Unicode. To Unicode. No, that's not what I'm looking for. What I want is to get rid of the single quotes in my... Let's just do it manually. Let's single quote turns into that. Oop, don't put it in the questions yet. That was a mistake. Okay, it's getting a little closer to what it looks like here. So commas are fine. Yep, it's not happy. Okay. So let's try it again. And if this doesn't work, maybe I can try just a basic, a really basic, put the old question jet back in, because why not? Because I don't think it matters. ALCJ. ALCG. I don't know if you're rooting for me or not. Hi, Ezrain. Seeing if this works. It didn't last time. I think that I'll try one more time after this with a... Last time it stayed at a black screen just like this. Okay. It's so close. It's not quite there. Grabbed attention. Okay, so that one's not working. Let's do this. Let's get back to... Let's do it this way. The backup looks like this. Put that back in here. Alright, that's saved. Try one more time. Last try, and then I gotta go. Give it a shot. Okay. It took a while just to get there. It worked.
Welcome to Quiplash. Population, you guys.
But did it use my prompts or your prompts?
All together. Well, it was actually a nightmare, but let's get started. This is round one. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses.
Alright, so what this is telling me is the questions jet needed to be the original, but I'm not sure if it's using my prompts because that has a whole bunch of prompts anyway. I get... Here's what it looks like. There we go. The worst Vegas casino, which I'm pretty sure is in the question jet. Vegas casino. Oh, that's too bad. Alright, so here's what I see. That is what all of that matches. Interesting. So if it only uses the prompts, I should probably get these going. Just Alex, Kevin, Miles, me, and Marcy.
Okay, here we go.
So how's that gonna look?
The worst Vegas casino, blank palace.
Interesting. Huh.
Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Look, so the prompt is different here, but not in the question jet. So that's wild. If you listen to what he's saying, it's different.
Next in line, an unusual motif for a baby's nursery.
Yeah.
It's voting time.
I've only got one voter. So I'm able to change the prompts after, but not while they're asked. So that's halfway there. It's not quite.
Next, something you should not say in front of a parrot. Phone on your devices.
Interesting.
That's round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
That just means there's something about the question jet. It could be, I guess I just have to Wireshark it to see what it's sending up. It might be a might be an MD5 sum, which is entirely possible. It might just be failing on something that's in the cards file, and I'm not sure yet, because it does have a trademark thing. So I'm not sure. It's interesting. Maybe I'll test later. Yeah, it would be kind of directly against the strategy of the Sentinel if you told me what it was actually doing. If it was an MD5 sum, or if it was just looking at the file itself. Interesting. Okay. Well, I gave it a shot. What I attempted to do was put some Cards Against Humanity prompts into Quiplash. It halfway worked. It will work for the audience, but not the question prompts. So it'll ask people different questions than it shows the audience. Oops, I forgot to look at what is sent to the people's phones, if it's the original question or the new one. Yes, I'm 1/2. Alright, well, yeah, maybe the people, the Jackbox Games folks, during their weekly stream will find this interesting. But yeah, I am pretty sure that the Cards Against Humanity people are working with Jackbox Games, and will probably be DLC. It'll probably be the first DLC. That's my guess. And that's that. So I will be... I haven't decided if I'm going to keep streaming, but I do have more projects, and if I do the projects, I'll do them on stream, but maybe or maybe not at the same time. Just follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Twitch, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, have a good day, y'all.